Start over. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Go around the room, welcome noise, Lamar Lyons, Central Neighborhood Council.
Kane Nicholas, Northwest San Pedro.
Adrian Fernandez, Central San Pedro.
Daniel Herrera, Coastal San Pedro.
Alan Franz, Coastal.
Linda Alexander, Northwest.
Greg Ellis, Coastal.
Sam Rafi, Northwest.
Lori Feldman, Coastal. Adele Healy, Coastal.
Frank Anderson, Central.
Elise Swanson, Coastal, and we have Caitlin Estevez with us tonight from the Chamber providing tech support in the room. Okay. And then do you want to go to screen,
Oh,
Lamar?
yes, those are the,
Those on the
Is here from Coastal, and I didn't hear who is from Coastal right before Adele.
Adele and Elise.
Lori.
And
Lori. Okay, that's the one I couldn't hear. Okay.
And Mona Sutton from Coastal.
Thomas.
Okay, Thomas, are you gonna introduce yourself?
You're muted.
Sorry, yeah, with the screen change with the agenda. Thomas Norman, representing Northwest San Pedro. Good evening.
Jason.
Jason Herring, Northwest San Pedro.
Mona, okay, I think that covers everyone. All right, good. Going with the agenda, Axel, I guess is not here.
No, if I might, there is a conflicting Caltrans Vincent Thomas Bridge meeting. Brooke there's a person named Brooke with the hand up, but I wondered if we could jump to Augie and
Yes.
the bridge report because he's monitoring both meetings.
Augie, it's on you. Augie.
Augie, are you with us?
All right, we'll move it.
Why don't you go, Kane?
Okay.
Can you
as
guys
far-
hear me? Hello?
Yours, Augie.
You ready?
Ready.
Okay, so I'm sorry I'm driving right now, but the Vincent Thomas Bridge, from the ocean, the channel, the water channel height to the bottom of the bridge is 185 foot. And we're proposing to jack up the towers 14 feet so that the height will be 210 feet, which will allow the larger ships to get under that bridge. So right now, Caltrans has a deck replacing project at a cost of $800 million. And what we're trying to do is just tell them to hold off and let's take a look at this. Let's just double check and take a look at this. Why spend $800 million on a bridge that's kind of obsolete? We can't get the bigger ships underneath that bridge. And all we're doing is saying, hey, let's just study it. Let's take a look at it. And if it's feasible, maybe we could jack up that bridge to allow the larger ships to come in. So that's the proposal right now. We're not doing anything other than just saying, hey, Caltrans, let's take a look at it, come up with a proposal. If it doesn't make sense, then we'll go ahead and, we'll go ahead with the deck replacing project. But if it makes sense, it sounds like a good idea rather than investing $800 million in an obsolete bridge, to invest it properly and get that bridge up to 210 feet so the larger ships could get under it.
Okay.
Thank you, Augie. Kane, you wanted to make a comment?
Just in terms of timeline, in terms of when the survey is done, like how far back does it push the start?
That's all unknown, but we have a deadline to go meet with Caltrans. I want to say at the end of September. And so the proposal, that's when we're coming up to Caltrans and the state. We're going up to Sacramento with our proposal. And by that time, it may or may not even make sense. We're studying it right now to see if it makes sense.
So Augie, what the port has requested, or Mr. Soroka's request, was support for the study. The
Yes.
study will look at timeline, costs, impact on grants, impact on potential traffic. So all those things will be looked at in the study in conjunction with Caltrans. Do I have
Exactly.
that? So we're
Yeah.
not endorsing one thing over another. It's just
Correct.
looking at supporting a study to review this situation before we spend
Correct.
800 million on a deck replacement. So that
That's
was the
exactly correct.
request
Yes.
of Mr. Soroka.
Any other
Yes,
comments?
that's exactly correct.
Any other comments?
Well,
Oh, yeah. And Augie, you know, I was in the Port President's meeting last week, and I'm gonna ask some of the same questions.
Yeah.
Are we asking Caltrans to do the study, or are we asking the port to do the study?
We're doing the study.
Port is doing studies.
Yeah. Our consultants.
Who's that?
Augie, do you know who those consultants are?
I do not know.
Okay, all right.
It was Brown and Root prior, so I would imagine it's probably Brown and Root, but if not, it's an engineering firm.
Okay, all right.
Any other questions for Augie?
I have a question. So how long would this delay the start of the project as it's projected right now?
Oh, if we would know immediately whether it had any merit or not. So the project would, if it has no merit, the project would proceed as is. Right now, the deck replacing project is a 2-year project. It's supposed to start early next year with a full closure of the Vincent Thomas Bridge of the fall of next year for 16 months. So if this study had no merit, that deck replacing project would proceed forward without any delay.
So Augie, am I right in remembering that you would know by October of 2025, or is that's kind of the timeline for the study? For the
Yeah, we're probably going to know within 2 months whether this is, you know, if it happens, if it had any merit or not. We're going to know pretty quickly here.
Matthew.
Matthew. Where?
Can we click view on Matthew? Did you have a question for Augie?
Okay, sorry about that, Matthew.
Where's he at?
Matthew?
Yep,
Do you have a question?
I do. I had a question for Augie. A couple kind of connected questions. Augie, what's driving wanting the study now versus kind of having done it a while ago? And then second question related to that, does the port have money to do the bridge expansion? Is that kind of what's also driving this?
No, you know what? You're absolutely right. This should have been looked at. This should have been looked at a while ago. And I can't tell you who came up with the idea, but somebody did and said, you know what, we're spending a lot of money. And you know, this deck replacing project has gotten a lot of people nervous. And as it approached, I think it probably raised a couple of concerns within the port. And then somebody probably said, why are we spending all this money? Why don't we go ahead and lift that bridge up? So I can't tell you exactly why, but you know, in a perfect world, this should have been looked at, but you know, years ago or months ago. And the second thing is who's going to fund it. That's all part of the study. We don't know. We don't know how much it's going to cost, how it's going to get funded or anything like that. So it's just a proposal right now of taking a look to see if it's feasible. And, you know, it might come back and say, you know, it's just going to cost. Yeah, it might be able to get done, but it's going to cost too much. Who knows? But we're taking a look at all that before we go ahead and invest $800 million. We're just going to,
last part of my question, besides like kind of increasing port traffic, what would be kind of the benefit to the larger community as far as
good question. Actually, it would decrease port traffic because the larger ships hold like 1,000 more TEUs of containers. So you would get less ships, and they would be the newer cleaning, burning ships, the ones that are with less pollution. So it's an economic, it's a environmental benefit for all of us in the community. And also, these ships carry more load. So in theory, there could be actually more containers and more work for the workers in the port. So it could actually create more jobs also. So environmentally better and jobs, we might be able to gain some more jobs by doing this.
Okay, thank you. That's my questions. I'm done.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Any other questions for Augie? Linda?
Can I yell loud enough?
I can hear you.
Phone there,
I can hear you.
but you can yell it into the microphone.
Who is planning to pay for this, in the plan that came out a couple of years ago?
The current.
The plan a couple years ago
Well, the one
It was
that said
original
we're gonna
funders.
only
on
said-
what? I don't understand the question. Which we're paying for the current study right now. We're doing that study right
I'm
now.
not talking, Augie, I'm not talking about the study,
The current.
Yeah.
talking about the current plan.
For the bridge.
For the
Isn't
bridge.
it federal funding?
I heard that $700 million are coming from the out of the 800. It's 700 million is coming from the Fed, from the Biden administration. When I believe he had right away, he had infrastructure projects. I think $1 billion of infrastructure. We were able to capture 700 million from the federal government out of that particular bill that came out by the Biden administration.
Is there any sense that that money's actually going to come from the feds now?
Yes, or else there's no way California's going broke. We're not going to do the deck replacing unless that money comes. Yeah, that's for But you asked a question. Who knows? But but the money's still sitting there, and where they could use it for the deck replacing. Yes.
So we have the money.
For the deck replacing, yes.
If the study comes back saying that the bridge should be raised, do you think it would help get federal funding if we called it the Big Beautiful Bridge?
Yes, yes.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, but here's the thing though.
Yeah.
If a study comes back and says, yeah, don't do the replacement, wait and raise the towers, raise the deck, then there's the matter of finding funding, getting Caltrans and everybody on board, because the state's going to be out some bucks on this too. And I'm assuming we're going to have to start all over again with the EIR process.
Yeah, absolutely correct. This would take some time. You're talking about EIR, you're talking about design, you're talking about construction. I mean, that wouldn't happen for 3, 4, 5 years. That type of thing. I mean, what you think? An EIR is going to take a year, the design. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to a place of, the deck replacement is barreling forward.
Yes.
I'm not aware that Caltrans is backing off on any of that at this point.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, and, at some point, depending on how long a study takes and so on and so forth, it would be a matter of whether or not they're willing to back off and wait 6 months for a study, a year to get funding. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of unknowns.
I know that the current deck got a few more years left, but I don't know how much closer we get to the end of the deck's life before this potentially happens. So
yeah, and that's all part of it too. That's all being considered. I'm sure they're going to consider all that stuff. Let me tell you, I think it's going to be, it'll be a long shot, probably pulling this off. But I'll tell you what, if it looks like, hey, we could do this reasonably easy, and it looks like the cost wouldn't be too much, maybe it's worth looking at, but if not, we'll probably proceed forward with the deck replacement.
Thank you.
Yeah. And matter of fact, I'm going to go to the Vincent Thomas Bridge deck replacement CAC meeting right now. So
Awesome. Thank you, Augie.
running at the same time. Yeah. Good luck. And all we're doing is saying, support the study, just take a look at it. And who knows what's going to happen after that.
Thank you, Augie. Any other questions for Augie?
No,
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a nice night.
Thank you.
all right, have fun with Caltrans.
Yeah.
Ken, you had a resolution on the table, as relates to this, any comment or any amendment?
No, Northwest has sent in, just a request to have the feasibility study. And is there any other, councils that are looking to do that? Or are we all in agreement at this point? That the study should be done, or taking action, essentially?
I mean, it could be a simple motion, and Robin, I don't know how you want to handle it, but it could be a simple motion as we support the analysis of raising the bridge, the study. Because Augie has told us in a meeting yesterday that they're going to know in October of 2025 what this study says and if they're going forward. So really, it's a 60-day window.
That's 2 months.
Right, it's a 60-day window, but according to what we heard yesterday, the 60-day window for the study does not hold up the bridge deck replacement project.
Okay.
But my question is this, it sounds like the court's just going forward.
Yeah.
They're gonna do the study.
So I'm not quite sure what the point of us.
I think because we've all taken so long to discuss it, because when Mr. Soroka first brought it up, it was about 60 days ago or
Right, yeah.
90 days, actually maybe even 3 months ago. And so I think that's, yeah.
But if they're already doing it,
Yeah.
why do we need to?
Yeah.
I think I'm just guessing it also might have been outreach too, because they want us to know that they want to study this potential.
And I would just say, it's the person who runs the meetings at Coastal. Every motion we don't have to pass is time we don't have to spend. But what I am thinking is, if we are going to have that study result, let's say by Halloween,
Mhm.
and it's a treat, not a trick, then at that point, I would think a motion potentially could be very useful to say, hey, we like what's here, let's do it. Or, yeah, this ain't gonna fly. I mean, that to me is where the motion becomes useful. Because then it moves on to city council, Caltrans, et cetera, rather than just giving the port an attaboy at this point.
Yeah, they're doing it anyway. What
Yeah.
this body.
Yeah, it's a foregone conclusion.
So we just decided to respect Mr. Soroka's request directly to us and respond to his direct request. That's all.
We appreciate the.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah. So. That's
Yeah,
what we
no, I
can say.
appreciate it, it's just. Yeah, I'm being practical. I have no,
So-
whatever.
So I think, just safety, that'll also be in the EIR.
Well, I mean, we're gonna know very quickly whether or not they're gonna go, which project they'll go forward with, so we'll know
Yeah.
that.
So I think it's a non-motion at this point.
No motion?
I think no motion.
Okay. Any other comment as relates to the bridge? Okay, moving on to the next item, we don't have anyone here from the state senator's office, nor for city council, I believe.
I thought there was some conversation about.
Brian is out on leave, so I forwarded everybody, the contact information for the team he works with. So I don't know where that went,
Okay.
but, and Axel might be in the Caltrans meeting, the bridge meeting.
Oh, I bet he is.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, continuing on to the next item,
Mhm.
SB 79, Robin, it's on you.
Yes, so SB 79, there was a motion in front of city council to oppose it in their legislative program for this year. That city council hearing took place on August 20th, about a week ago, and they voted yes to oppose it by a fairly narrow margin. I think it was 8-6. And so that was good news to those of us who oppose it. And so the status in the state, and so I assume, well, I don't know exactly what they do, but I think they'll write in a letter or something. And I know Scott Wiener probably already knows. So the exact status is it's sitting in the Assembly Appropriations Committee in something that's called the suspense file, which is a new thing to me, but I did a little research and it sounds like it'll be heard because it's a bill that is fairly expensive impact. It'll be heard along with other similar bills on August 29th. Yeah, it has a significant fiscal impact is the way they put it. So it's in the suspense file, will be heard on August 29th, and then it'll move on to the entire assembly. Then it goes back to the Senate. So I think this might be an appropriate time to bring up the email, Elise, that we received from our Senator Richardson's office, offering to have a meeting. I think all three neighborhood councils had a letter opposing. Am I right about that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we need to coordinate. Do you think it's who do you think should be at that meeting? The planners and maybe the presidents, or just the planners, or what do you guys think?
Robin, which meeting is this? I received a phone call from Richardson's office. Her name is
Daisha.
Daisha Austin, wanting 2 dates as possible to be put on the calendar. September the 2nd at 10:30 and or September 4th at 7 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And
Could I jump in there real quick? I mean, I think
please.
Lamar forwarded an email to me and to Ray, I know, and I'm not available Tuesday because of a mock meeting, but I said Thursday evening was good, but I definitely think you should be there and the other planning chairs.
Yeah. Because that's first Thursday. I mean, yeah, I think.
Oh, is that first? Oh, yeah.
Right, did you say
Either-
September 4th at 7? That's smack in the middle of first Thursday.
I know, but I can't do
Right.
Tuesdays.
Right, so no, but maybe if the
Yeah,
if the planning. One of the options, yes.
I could do either, but I would like
Okay.
Doug there. I would like Doug there. And I think it probably even warrants a pre-meeting with us to just make sure we're up to date on what amendments have gone in, so we can talk intelligently about our concerns. So,
For information purposes, it's my understanding that Senator Weiner will be at that meeting.
yeah, that's what she said. I mean, I'm shocked. Yeah, that would be pretty incredible. I'm surprised she's doing this. It's great. And if he's not, there's certainly an informed person of his staff will be there. So that's almost as good.
Yeah, and I just a couple of quick things. I'll defer to you, Robin. I mean, if you can't make, I mean, you're the point person on this for coastal, certainly. But I do want to bring up, it's my understanding that opposition at LA City Council really had to do with the fact that, we've gone through all the trouble to get an approved housing element. And that the whole crux of this is that cities with approved housing elements would be exempt from SB 79. Do I have that correct?
Yeah, they said oppose unless amended for just that. You have it right.
And I suspect that's where it will be. But everybody should understand that that's really what it's about for LA, because again, I know Adrian said he watched the city council meeting, so did I. And I don't know if you were watching them, Robin, but
yeah, I did.
that came up that the city of LA had done all of this work, which essentially would be thrown out the window by SB 79.
Right, millions of dollars of work.
Yeah, exactly.
Years, and yeah. Well, the other thing is, in our letter for Coastal San Pedro Neighborhood Council letter, we also requested a Coastal Act Savings Clause, I think. And if it wasn't us, I did separately. So, we don't think this should apply in the coastal zone there, and for all those reasons we already know. So that's the other thing I would definitely be bringing up at the meeting.
Yeah.
What I'll do is once I get the information for the Zoom, I can either have it calendared so everyone knows time, date, and also access to the Zoom. So,
Lamar, will Diana be back for that?
I'm sorry?
Will Diana be back for that?
No.
Oh, darn.
Don't think so.
She speaks so well. All right. Well, we'll do what we can.
So I guess calendar-wise, September the 4th, 7 p.m. And again, I will make sure the information Zoom-wise will be dispersed.
Didn't we want to do it Tuesday at 10:30 so Doug could be there?
I'm sorry?
Can we do it
You know
Tuesday?
what? I'll tell you what, Tuesday at 10:30, I have a 1 o'clock meeting at City Hall, but yeah, I mean, I could probably, yeah.
Oh, I thought you had a bond conflict. You don't have at 10:30.
No, I can do 10:30 Tuesday. So don't do it for me. I'll figure it out.
Robin, I can coordinate with you time and date-wise. I have not spoken to Ray about this of yet. And there are a couple other individuals who will be attending the meeting that I need to give information to. So is it better for you on September the 2nd at 10:30 versus September the 4th at 7?
Yeah, I can do either, but Tuesday's slightly better.
Okay.
You can add me too, if possible.
I'll make sure information back from it. Okay, so therefore, we're talking about the 4th or the 2nd now. Robin,
Second?
I need to get consensus from others in terms of September 4th at 7. I'll work with you, Robin, and make sure you get a time certain.
Okay, give me a call. Yes, fine.
So the 2nd?
That's it on that agenda item.
The 2nd or the 4th. Okay, any other comments on SB 79? All right, moving on to number 6. Elise, it's on you.
Okay, I am doing some investigative work on two projects that are being developed in downtown San Pedro. The first property is 739 South Grand Avenue, San Pedro. The proposed development represents a mixed-use project submitted by Costa Mesa-based Knowlton Communities. They are the property owners. They are entitling the project to sell it. They don't plan to build it. The church is a tenant, so the existing church structure would be demolished. It's a 7-story mixed-use building, 125 one-bedroom apartments, 14 units designated as very low income affordable, 2,600 square feet of ground floor retail, 149 vehicle spaces, and I have left messages for the entitlement company. I've left messages for the property owners. I've talked to the broker. I've had no response from the owners. So I'm working through the broker to see if we can't get somebody from Knowlton Communities to show us some plans or, go over the project with us in more detail rather than just the outline. Adele, I might want to work with you on tracking down Knowlton Communities and see anything you know about them. I've been trying to research them and
Okay.
not a lot's coming up, but I'll
Okay.
work with you on that.
Sounds good.
But
It's still listed for sale. I haven't
Correct.
received notice that it's
So,
sold or in escrow.
correct, it's fallen out of escrow several times. It's
Oh, yeah.
very tough to build multifamily right now. The broker told me the lending industry is so difficult right
Very
now.
difficult.
So,
For all projects.
right, and so the owner is hoping if they entitle it themselves, well, keeping it on the market, I guess, I'm gonna talk to
Well, I
Lori.
think they're claiming that they have it entitled, that it's fully entitled, but
So that's not what I'm talking to the broker. The
Exactly.
owners are proceeding with
So
entitling
they
it
have not completed
themselves,
it.
according to the broker. And they hope they'll be able to sell it fully entitled since they can't sell it in the current.
Broker
condition.
Pamela?
Lori Wickstead has worked with them for several years and brought them several offers.
Now, this is the Union Church.
This is, I forget the name of is it not Calvary, is it Calvary?
Like Christian Missionary
Yeah,
Church or
something, yeah, but they're tenants.
Okay.
They are not owners.
There's a
Yeah.
building on the northeast corner and then the parking lot is next to it.
Yeah.
So half of it's
Yeah.
a building, half of it's a
Yep.
parking.
Yeah, it's a beautiful site. It's just,
Yeah.
everybody's having difficulty with lending right now, but more to follow. I'm gonna work with Adele to do some deep dive.
One of the big boys hasn't expressed.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to a few people to see what
Maybe
the
it's what
issues
they
are. Yeah, I don't know. Lori said that it's just, she feels it's a lending issue because they have had it in escrow several
Yeah,
times. Yeah,
it
Yeah.
always fell out because of the financing.
financing was the
But she
issue.
doesn't have the listing now, does she?
I don't believe so,
No,
but she's
she
worked
does
with the
not.
ownership
Yes,
over the
she knows.
years. Yeah,
Yeah.
she knows them well. So she's kind of my middle person as I am doing research. So
Okay,
I asked her maybe if she could reach out to the ownership to see if they would come in. So she's gonna see what she can do. So more to follow that.
So this is not new, this is ongoing,
It's ongoing.
okay.
Yeah,
oh, it's been for sale.
for on and off for quite a
Yeah,
long time.
For a while.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Very few properties, commercial properties like that are actually closing us.
Right. We have two on Pacific that are, they can't sell, that are fully entitled.
We've got a lot on Pacific
Yeah,
that aren't.
but I mean,
anymore.
two multifamily projects
Oh,
on
yeah.
Pacific that are fully entitled.
I don't even see them if they're actively.
Oh, I don't know,
Actively pursuing it.
but Martin could not sell them. Yeah, so
I
maybe
know, it's
he
terrible.
pulled them off. Yes. So that is 739 South Grand.
Robin?
Oh,
Yeah.
just one quick question. I want to make sure I heard you right. Did you say 149 parking spaces?
That's what it, I pulled up.
Wow.
But I'm going to, but Robin, that's why I want to talk to ownership, because I am pulling up, I'm researching, but I really want to understand what the ownership is really doing. And so, that's why I'm trying to get them here to the table.
That was gonna.
So, yes.
Oh, thank you.
So this is, it's tentative. It's tentative.
So can we bring ownership next joint?
No, here's the problem. They're not responding to calls and requests for a meeting. I've asked the council office to see if they have any relationship or they've worked with this investor
Mhm.
and this owner. So I have not heard back from the council office, but more to follow before the next agenda.
So Elise, they
Yes.
did file with the city.
Yes, I'm gonna,
And I'm assuming a planner has been assigned.
yeah,
So
I
have
will,
you-
I will follow up with the city. I wanted to get the owner here for a presentation. That was my goal.
Well, I would maybe talk to the
I
planner.
will do that next.
See whose name's on paper.
Yes, I will do that next.
The
Yes,
name is Stephanie Escobar.
Yes. Mhm.
So you can just do stephanie.escobar@lacity.
I will reach out to Stephanie, because I was hoping that maybe we could have a little bit of input, but no response yet. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that we'll find them. The second project, and this is where I really need your help, Adele. So the second project is 537 South Nelson Street. It's a proposed 6-story project featuring 98 studio and 1-bedroom apartments, over 1,000 square feet of commercial. No on-site parking is proposed. This is an ED Directive 1 project. The developer / investors are Stillwell Investments out of New Jersey. I need your help to see if we
Okay.
can dig deep. I know there is a planner assigned and I will work through all
Yeah.
that, but this is one where I don't think we'll get a
I think
response.
I saw an announcement on that urbanized.
Yes, yes.
I read that to you.
You
right?
did, and I did read it, and I am following up, and I've asked the
Okay.
council office, and I'm gonna reach out to the mayor's office, to see if anybody has any contact with
Okay.
these folks.
So
Yes,
So this essentially sounds like the plan that was presented some years back by the previous.
so that was Johnson Tay, who since
Right.
passed away, and a Black Swan Development. It appears either the trust was planning on selling it, either they're joint venturing, they've sold it, but that's why I want to talk to the folks at,
'Cause it sounds
Stillwell.
like basically the same project.
No, it's actually smaller.
Yeah, I know it's
Yeah.
less stories,
Mhm.
but you know, the single apartments and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
Johnson was
with no
looking at,
parking.
market rate.
Yeah,
But the trust, they're in dealing with the issues, I think they're just trying to get, their family's trying to sell it, is what I've been
Right.
told. And I know the PBID has worked with the, management company a lot, just because of the conditions on the site, the
Right.
weeds, the homeless.
yeah.
And so, So more to follow. I've also, reached out to several folks and would love to have just a presentation by the developers just to see how they're planning. I know it's ED1, but just what they're relying on for, if people do bring in cars, or is in the lease, are they recommending no cars? How they're gonna manage it, since it's smack in the middle of downtown. And if the residents do rely on street parking at Mesa and Sixth, it's gonna be interesting.
At least I have this request.
Yes,
Central has not been involved in this at all.
correct. I'm doing initial research. The minute that I don't think, since it's an ED1 project under the mayor's directive, they technically, right, Robin, they do not have to do any type of outreach. They can just is expedited entitlement. I was
Yep.
hoping out of courtesy, maybe somebody would come and speak with us, Lamar, but the minute I find somebody, I will get them to you all. But I was, because it's in the middle of our historic district, I was hoping that maybe they would at least entertain a conversation.
There might be some restrictions related to the historic district. That's worth
Right.
pursuing. And by the way, Adele, it's your friend William Redmond is the planner for that one.
Oh, Adele, let's work on this together.
Okay.
Yeah. He'll let you know.
He likes Adele.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I monitor the signs, that's the only reason.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, he does. But I just want everybody to know I'm in research mode. Adele's gonna join me, and I'm gonna do my best to see if we can't get somebody in person or on Zoom from each team to talk to us.
In terms of the role of the mayor's office, have they made any comment or any communication in terms of where they're at?
So with the mayor's office, I'm gonna reach out to their housing deputy and see who's talking. Because they may just have submitted the project under her directive. So we'll see. We're gonna Adele research Stillwell investment.
Oh, still, okay.
Frank, do you have
So
time to
nothing to
participate in
find
this?
out be stuff.
Do you have time to
They're not
participate in
paying
this?
their bills.
You have time to participate in this?
Well, Adele and we can loop Frankie, we can loop everybody in. Yeah, we can, and we'll bring forth all the information we uncover. So I sent an email to Pamela Thornton and Axel in the 1-5 to see maybe if they have any information they can share. But I'd like to just keep these on future agendas to track them, since they are impactful developments for our community.
Any other comment on these two projects? Going once, twice, moving
All
on.
right, okay. I'm next again, wow. Okay, so I was asked to provide, so wow, let me drink some water. I was asked to provide an update on the Jedi Zone. I'm super excited to announce our kickoff is September 9th on Pacific Avenue. I'm gonna pass flyers out from 4 to 6
Finally.
p.m. at Collage. Our teams have been doing a lot of outreach on Pacific. They have signed up 16 businesses to start the process. Yeah, we're very excited. And these are businesses that not only are interested in facade program, but there's grants, reimbursement of permits. So if you're doing any kind of work, you can potentially get reimbursed for permits on this. So we're moving forward, and we'll continue to do outreach. We're looking for volunteers on Saturday, September 6th from 10 to 1. We're gonna go and do a huge push on Pacific Avenue and try to meet with businesses and get more businesses signed up. So what the city staff is doing with the Business Source Center is they're actually taking out iPads and signing business owners right up there to process them through the program and look at eligibility. I'm super excited to announce that the Vintage Furniture Store, an eyesore on the corner of 7th and Pacific, is being processed for the program. Pawn shop cannot be, because pawn shops are not allowable under the program, but we're gonna try to see what we can do to get that sign fixed. Bright Spot, B&B Flowers, Barbershop, Blue Water Play, Taqueria Jalisco, Casa Garve Restaurant, Buena Bonito, BR, Classic San Pedro, Fred Brown's, Paul Original American Shoes, House 1002, Mark Salon, San Pedro Recovery Alliance, Cheap Vintage P&D Services. They're also processing, Dr. Bender, the optometry studio for permit reimbursement. Cafe Bodega is a very exciting project. It's going into the old Machista Bar location where we had the shooting. That's going to be become a beautiful cafe that a young business owner, female business owner is working on. She owns the laundromat next door. And so she is working with us to help her get that in place. So the Sardine, we're working with the Sardine in the program on some issues they're having. Guest Harbor Inn is joining us. Principe, Mr. Valdez Mexican Restaurant. We're gonna try to work with Ray Dieters on some beautification there.
Nice.
So it's a great list. So excited, you know, if some of you would like to join us for the kickoff on Tuesday, September 9th. That would be amazing. But then also I want to pass out. We are doing in conjunction with the chamber, the city, the Business Source Center, El Clasic. Help me here. I'm tongue-tied, Caitlin. El Clasificado and Principe. We're doing a mixer on Pacific Avenue on the 10th from 5 to 7. To celebrate the new Jedi Zone. It is a bilingual mixer to help support the Spanish-speaking businesses on Pacific Avenue. You are all invited.
Estamos invitados.
Woo! Would you like to do outreach with us on September 6th?
I
So,
won't be here, I'll be out of town.
so that is my update. A lot of really great progress. And the zone is 1st to 14th. But Axel is introducing a motion to actually begin to study the 2 blocks before first and all the way to 22nd. Because we have some really distressed properties from 14th to 22nd.
He talked about that,
Really?
yes, I was gonna ask you that.
Yes, so he is introducing that. EWDD is, they know what's coming in, they're ready. They did the original study on the zone. So hopefully, in the current zone, we have 171 businesses. Hopefully, they'll easily be able to expand it down to 22nd. That is my report, Lamar. Let me know if anybody has any questions.
Any comments,
And
questions?
please join us for our mixer.
Going
September
once,
9th is Statehood Day. Wanna tie in for historical event.
I have a question, Elise. It's
Yes,
Mona. It's tell me again, it's the 6th, and what was the time?
Saturday, September 6th, we're gonna be out there from about 10 to 1. The EWDD team is coming in at about 9 a.m., right, Caitlin, to train volunteers.
9 to 9:30.
9
Okay.
to 9:30, they're gonna do training, and then we'll, Caitlin's on the outreach team. We will start to walk up to Pacific to do the outreach. And
Okay.
it's very informal. You don't need a lot of training because the experienced business source at the EWDD staff will be there as resources. We're just trying to
Fantastic.
do outreach.
And then also for the El Principe, repeat that again for me too, the bilingual mixer?
It's,
Conexiones y Cultura Mixer, yes.
yes, thank you. It is September 10th, 5 to 7 p.m. at Principe. And there's gonna be a panel of experts there, so we're also outreaching on Pacific. Anybody that's currently in the Jedi Zone, a client of the Business Source Center, or entering into the Jedi Zone gets in for free. So we're excited about that, and we'll let the neighborhood councils.
any questions on Jedi? Going once, twice, done. Okay. Number
All
9,
right.
Robin, it's on you.
Okay, very good. Do you by any chance have a copy of the proposed motion, draft motion that you could put up, or is that hard to find?
Hard to find.
Okay,
Hard to find with this technology.
okay. Well, I think it was sent out with the agenda, I believe. And huh?
I believe, yes, I believe you're correct. I thought it was, but am I seeing it?
I don't think so.
If, oh,
Robin, so we thought you submitted it.
all right. Well, let me just say this. Coastal San Pedro Neighborhood Council Board has already approved this and submitted the CIS. And if we didn't get it out with this agenda, let's do it right after this
Robin?
meeting. Yeah.
Can I interrupt real quick? If you can, is it possible to go to the coastal website and pull it up off our last, or our agenda?
Okay,
Because it would be printed on that agenda.
okay, let's see what we can
Do you
do.
remember what month we adopted this?
It was just last week.
Yeah. This
Oh.
August.
Greg presented it.
See what it's like chairing a meeting? You forget it the minute you walk out the door.
We're
Yeah.
talking peacocks.
So I'm going where? Coastal.
Coastal, yes,
Yeah.
neighborhood
Go
council.
to agendas, minutes,
Mm-hmm.
Board,
For
board.
and.
But I can share if you want
Oh,
to.
you have
Oh,
it?
do you have it, Robin?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Robin's
Oh,
gonna share.
Robin.
Can you make Robin a co-host or so she can share?
Let's see this.
However it works with your system.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it as simple as possible here. We'll need to do co-host just in case. I have to send it back.
Am I sharing?
Yes, you
Yes.
are. Wow.
Yes.
Oh, can you see it okay? Is it big enough?
We're gonna expand.
There
Okay,
you
there we
go.
go.
Make it a little bigger.
Awesome.
Okay, great. Well, first thing I want you to know, as I said, the coastal board approved it and we submitted the CIS. There was a plum meeting, that's the city's planning, land use and management committee meeting yesterday, and they heard this. And I didn't watch the hearing, but I see in the council file that they approved it, which is really incredible to me. So let's go through it, just a couple of these whereases so you know what it's about. This first whereas says the city council introduced a motion in council file 250642 directing city planning and building and safety to report on the feasibility and cost benefit analysis of citywide elimination of off-street parking requirements for new developments and changes of use in Los Angeles. To me, that's just shocking. Okay. The second, whereas the motion recognizes that current minimum parking standards are often arbitrary, copied from other jurisdictions, and poorly attuned to local transit and development patterns, leading to overprovision in many cases. For example, the city requires 5 times more parking for a gym than a yoga studio and twice as much for an art gallery as a barbershop. Okay, so those are a couple of examples. And then the other whereases, I'm not going to read through them all, and hopefully you can see them and kind of skim them, but this is the rest of the whereases are our facts that we've gathered through some research done about why this is a bad idea, that LA is a highly dependent, a car dependent city, especially the lower income residents. And like it says here, only 5% of jobs in LA can be reached within 60 minutes by transit, walking, biking. Transit, the network doesn't really, go to many areas of the city. There's been studies on that. Removing parking minimums citywide especially harms the lower income and working class residents. Other cities who have implemented similar policies resulted in their working class people receiving lots of parking fines and extreme inconveniences. Street parking overflow is a predictable outcome of removing parking requirements, and that leads to serious quality of life issues. Elderly, disabled families with younger children are particularly disadvantaged, and that includes safety concerns when people aren't able to find parking near their homes. At 53% of the women nationwide feel unsafe walking alone near home at night. A couple other cities, Culver City, Sacramento, similar reforms were implemented, and they're still facing backlash and real hardships. Older neighborhoods in LA, sometimes without existing garages or parking lots, depend heavily on street parking. Eliminating parking requirements will reduce car issue. That's a flawed assumption in a city like ours where most residents depend on vehicles for their daily life. You can see the theme. I'll try to skip a few. Wealthier tenants can afford to pay if parking becomes a luxury add-on and, you know, the rent is higher to get a parking space with your unit. Let's see, data from the Institute for Transportation and Development Policy indicates approximately 85% of LA households still own a vehicle, including the lower income residents. Let's see. Although some parking requirements are excessive in some areas, many have already been removed by Assembly Bill 2097. That's the one that says you don't have any parking requirements if you're within, I think it's half a mile of a transit stop. Nithya Raman, Councilmember Raman was actually the person who moved this motion, and she acknowledges that parking debates are some of the most difficult for her constituents. And so now to the resolved, we're saying blank neighborhood council opposes the city's motion regarding elimination of off-street parking requirements unless the requested feasibility study and cost-benefit analysis includes consideration of the effects of the reductions in parking availability due to Assembly Bill 2097, alfresco dining, density bonus projects, and ED1 projects. All of those have already really decreased parking. And an update of existing parking requirements that includes establishment of community-based parking requirements based upon defined neighborhood characteristics, as well as any applicable objective factors such as the need for adequate parking for medical office buildings and education facilities. So, as I said, we've already approved this, but so if, I don't know if the other two neighborhood councils here want to consider it today. I think the sooner the better, that if you're gonna consider this and put it forward and file a CIS, because it's already gone through Plum, and I suspect it's gonna go to the whole city council at least within the next month.
Any comments? Rob, any suggestions in regard to going forward?
Well, I mean, I don't know the timing of your next board meeting, but it's probably like second or third week of September. So I would hope Northwest and Central do this motion to oppose, because I think it would really hurt San Pedro to have parking requirements eliminated. It's already hurting when then we see these ED1 projects and some of the density bonus projects. So,
Or can you forward that to me?
Yep.
Robin, when do you think city council will take this up?
Wait.
it's
Robin-
hard to say.
Robin, can you forward that to me?
Yes, yeah, I'll do it as soon as we're done here.
Yeah, I'm just asking, when do you think city council will take this up?
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, I don't think it'll be immediately. I think we might have time to get it through your boards.
Okay, just want to double check.
Yeah.
Well,
Even if we don't make the city council meeting, they're gonna go back and study it, because the motion, as we saw at the beginning, is in this first whereas, is for the city planning and building and safety departments to report on the feasibility and cost benefits. So even if they hear it before your next board meeting, please still put it forward, because then that'll be in the council file for city planning and building and safety to see.
thank you.
Okay.
Northwest will bring it to the committee as well.
Excellent. And if you have any questions or anything, just, you can get a hold of me.
Thank you.
Sure.
Any other comments? Going once, twice? Next item. Updates on items of interest to the committee? Any updates?
I wonder if they can see. Can they see the agenda? They might not be able to see. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. I think Elise and I are reading each other's.
Yes, did you want to bring up the NOP for?
Yeah, I did, actually.
Okay, go for it.
All right. As long as I'm good with the chair.
Lamar, Doug would like to bring something up for.
Yes,
Under
go.
the updates, okay. You should have, or not, I don't know, it was kind of snuck through, but the notice of preparation for the DEIR for Phillips 66 came out. The deadline for comment is the absolute minimum, which is September 12th. Which Northwest, your meeting, your board is September the 8th, so you could actually get in there. Coastal and Northwest actually raised in an email as well to the planner requesting a 60-day extension, which is an automatic for us because we need the time to consider. Now, Dean, our vice president, has been handling the request. He has a meeting set up for Thursday afternoon with the planner on this project, Kathleen King, to discuss this. The initial response from planning was, well, you'll have lots of time to comment on the EIR, blah, blah, blah. Well, the NOP is important. And the reason the notice of preparation is important is because that's where a determination is made of what alternatives will be studied in the EIR. And I know that there are folks who would really like to see some housing in this plan. If that's not in the scope for the EIR, it ain't happening. So this would be the one opportunity to get that in. There are also some other things, and I know Phillips has made a lot of presentations on the shopping center and practically nothing about the vast bulk of the project, which is in Northwest San Pedro's bailiwick and the San Pedro Community Plan area. They are looking at 8 massive warehouses, potentially as high as 115 feet. So they would be 11 stories tall, totaling nearly 6 million square feet if fully built out. And they are listed as fulfillment center warehouses, which means Amazon. Now, the thing that struck me right away when I saw that was vehicle trips. They're looking at taking all those warehouse vehicles on and off John Gibson. 6 million square feet of fulfillment center warehouse generates approximately 22,000 vehicle trips a day. That's a lot. And, again, I'm not advocating for anything other than we need to have the time to examine what's there and comment on it.
And in wearing my other hat, my chamber hat, I did email the council office, Pamela Thornton and Axel. Axel informed me this is in Pamela's portfolio projects for the council member, and did say that we as a chamber would also like an extension in time because there's so much going on in the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
For many of us that it's not adequate time anyway for a project of this magnitude. And the thing that I said to the council office is, this is a 10-year build out. What does another 60 days do really for reviewing of the NRP? I've not heard back. I heard from Axel. I've not heard back from Pamela Thorpe.
Yeah.
So.
And I would just say Dean is the expert at EIR. So as of us have worked with him over the years on Paseo Del Mar and Ponte Vista and West Harbor and every other EIR that's come down the pike. I think, what do we do, like 15 pages of comments on West Harbor?
West Harbor was big.
Yeah, it was a lot. So, I mean, we take this stuff seriously. And again, I have no idea what our neighborhood council would do with the NOP, but that's not the point. The point is, according to the city charter, we are supposed to be given time to weigh in on these things. And we know how important the NOP is in the process. So that's all.
So Coastal has said in an official ask, right?
So has Northwest.
So is
Great
Northwest.
on behalf of Northwest.
I'm gonna send one into planning on behalf of the chamber. I did to the council office, but I'll do the planning department as well, to the
Yeah,
planner.
and I'm recommending, again, I believe Dean has a Zoom meeting with the planner tomorrow afternoon. to
Okay.
discuss it.
Okay, and then
What about?
central,
Yes, Central.
We will do that at our next land planning meeting.
okay,
Okay.
And I've contacted Harbor City and Wilmington. I
okay,
don't know. Chris thanked me for the info. I don't know if they're following up.
okay,
Yeah.
I don't wanna,
right, as we don't wanna assume.
you know,
Yep.
to be blunt, they're excited about Costco and the supermarket, and I don't
They're-
wanna.
Right, exactly, no, exactly. No, you're
I'm just saying.
They're very, that's what they're very
No, no.
excited about, you're
I
right.
mean, and then this isn't about opposing anything.
Right,
it's about-
no,
We need the time to look
yeah,
at it.
it's
So-
just a review.
So my question, is the efficiency of us extending from 30 to 90 days, right? Would it be?
No, what would happen right now, it's a minimum 30-day there.
Right,
We'd be asking for 60 more. I mean,
right.
the reason, we have a standard thing at Coastal.
Okay.
We automatically ask. for 60, Because honestly,
Yep.
they almost never give us 60, but I think the last time they gave us 45.
Mhm,
Okay.
You know, and frankly, all we need is 30.
mhm.
You know, we just need to be able to get beyond our September board. meeting.
An efficient 30.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. This is my first time in the go around,
No,
so,
absolutely.
so, you know,
Any other comments on the extension? Going once, twice. Move on to the next item, and that would be public, I guess adjournment.
Or public comment on
I'm sorry,
items
I'm sorry.
not on the
Public
agenda.
comment not on the agenda, I'm sorry.
I do have one of those as well. On September the 13th at Harbor College, the LA City Charter Reform Commission
Oh,
yes.
will be meeting, I believe, at 10 a.m. 9 a.m. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm not sure which item is on their agenda.
Personnel.
Personnel? Oh, well, good. They're probably doing that because of Tim, but, September 6th, they're gonna be talking about better government, which is where they put neighborhood councils, so that will be interesting.
Would you
Um,
expand on this a little bit?
Yeah, is everybody familiar with the Charter Reform Commission that was appointed finally by the mayor, city council? They chose 8 people who in turn chose another 5, I believe, so there's a total of 13 members.
That what you?
No, I'm on the Board of Neighborhood Commissioner. But I am chairing the Board of Neighborhood Commissioners Ad Hoc Committee on Charter Reform.
I knew there was something with those words in it.
Yeah, no, I'm chairing the Ad Hoc Committee, and we had a very nice Zoominar on Monday evening that Adrian attended, where we had neighborhood council folks talking with Commissioner Carla Fuentes, who is serving on a neighborhood council board. Young woman, very sharp, who's, gave us a couple hours of time to talk about all kinds of stuff. The big ticket items for them are expanding the LA City Council.
oh, yeah.
Ethics reform. The city's financial system. Things like potentially going to a 2-year budget. And as I have been pushing them, creating a separate capital budgets for the city, ideally maybe a 5-year budget. So a lot of neighborhood councils have begun to weigh in, some of them with very comprehensive comment. The budget advocates from the neighborhood councils have also set up an ad hoc committee chaired by Melody from the Northwest. And what? No, I'm not a budget advocate. I'm just an instigator.
Hey, it's a job too.
But anyway, they will be making recommendations. Probably if they're kept to their schedule, by the end of March next year, to city council. Who would then accept, reject, amend, whatever, God knows what they'll do with it, to put those charter amendments on the ballot in November 2026, so that we could vote on them.
That's
So-
fast.
That's what's going on, and now's the time to pay attention because they are rolling fast.
Yeah, that really surprises me. I would expect it to take years, particularly with the pace of the city.
Well, part of the problem was unfortunately, the mayor took something like 6 months to get around to appointing people. So that really squeezed the process. They have set up 4 committees, for instance, within the commission, and they haven't even met yet. Never. I've described it as building the vehicle as it's rolling down the highway while the rest of us are running after it to catch up.
Yes,
Do you have a
Alan.
question?
Alan, it's on you.
If there are questions for Doug.
Oh,
please.
no,
I had a separate announcement.
I'm done.
If we're ready to move on. I'm speaking on behalf of a couple of local nonprofits that provide school programs here in San Pedro and beyond and look after our environment. As many of you know, the Real Marine Aquarium is opening a pop-up shop.
It's so cute.
It's 311 7th and selling
Great
perch
gifts.
and answering questions.
Get your Christmas ornaments now,
And
they're
this-
darling.
This Friday and Saturday, the land search will be joining them and doing the same stuff, answering questions and.
Oh, joining the pop-up at the shop? Oh, that's awesome. I need a flyer on that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Okay, our white forms and.
Oh,
Yes.
In other words.
I don't have detail, I don't have details. I don't have details.
Much bigger than me.
Just
Stuck in the water. Just got back to this
Expecting different
presentation.
groups to join them and do little mini
Yes.
pop-ups within
Yes.
their space. It's
Yeah.
been a lot, met
Because
some
it-
really interesting artists.
Yeah.
They're doing a great job. The aquarium, it's just fabulous.
Very nice.
So Friday and Saturday,
Thank you
This
for
week.
that.
I'll be there Friday
I'm
morning.
gonna text Caroline right now and tell her I need the flyer. Thank you.
In other non-agenda items,
Say, or what are the hours?
It's 10 to 6:30.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Maybe I'll come by then.
That's fun.
any other non-agenda items? Yes, sir.
I had the opportunity to attend the Clearwater Tunnel collapse town hall. And it was good, it was well attended. And just the gist of it is unfortunately the project is halted. And what else is the high level?
No timeline for this.
No timeline to restart. And so, and I would love to have remembered exactly where, but it is in the San Pedro area, right?
Okay, if you drive down Western Avenue on the east side between Biner and Weymouth, you will see orange cones.
It is.
That's where it happened.
I wondered what those cones
So
were.
are they monitoring to see if it's sinking?
Yes, that's why it's coned off. And in
Okay.
fact, there was a vehicle parked there about an hour and a half ago when I drove by. And yeah, they told us they would be monitoring. So occasionally there will be a vehicle parked right there and they're measuring whether there's any
Changes.
But so far, they haven't seen any additional cave-ins or weakness.
It was fascinating what they had to say about, they have not been in the tunnel. They said OSHA allowed them to go maybe 30-40 feet in. But what they're looking at doing is they're looking at drilling a 6-inch borehole in Western Avenue
Oh, wow.
and sending a camera down,
Yeah.
but it's filling with water.
Oh.
He said, that's what I found fascinating. The guys, well, there's water as they dig
Yes.
water to
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
which they've been having to pump out.
You mean like,
Groundwater.
Water, yeah.
well, yeah, it's down 60-100 feet.
No, 300,
Oh,
370
300.
feet.
Oh,
There's
so of course it
370
could be
feet.
groundwater.
So
Yeah.
they said when the collapse occurred, I think he said by the time the guys were crawling out of there, the water was up to their knees or their, yeah. And so they don't know whether there's been additional collapsing that's occurred. They don't know if the boring machine is mostly underwater at this point, because the collapse is essentially a dam.
Yeah, but the drones and the distance is the challenge.
Well,
Yeah,
So-
so.
so-
The robot won't work because they're.
It's deep.
Well,
For everyone's information, Clearwater was supposed to make a presentation 2 meetings ago.
That's wrong.
Okay, oh, so they're gonna come to
Well,
this meeting?
No, they're supposed to come here 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cancel.
yeah, and I think it was because everybody was requesting a meeting with them, so
So
I,
that's, they did the town hall.
Yeah.
with The councilman.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to have them this month, but we put them off, we said.
mean, they would,
Yeah.
all the.
Yeah, so they have better information too.
Yeah, they essentially, they have no idea.
Any other comments on Clearwater? Going once, twice, done.
Thank you.
We adjourned?
All right.
Is the next
Motion
meeting
to,
September, not August? I mean, I know it's not August.
September 24th.
September 24th.
I'm so sorry.
You.
No.
Okay, same time.
if nothing else, we're adjourned.
Great job.
Yeah, yeah, teamwork, great job, great job.
And we'll have Caitlin back next month too.
Okay.
Are you facilitating again next month? Because it seems like once the laptop like runs the system.
Yeah.
It's easier to reconnect it.
If
Than, I don't know why.
Right, versus
Yeah.
first time.
I'm setting up, yeah.
And then what is the rotation for
Yeah,
so you will be chairing the next one? Or,
So who's doing the next one? Are you doing?
I mean, I'm comfortable with doing the backup. I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Diana and Thomas are going to be out for quite some time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, Thomas, no.
yeah, he left.
They have.
Principal library meeting?
Thank you.
She facility.
Oh, let me end up. May. May.
Yeah, she was supposed to be at
Yeah.
the next meeting, she wanted to chair.
Yeah, I'm fine with sharing it. I mean, it's not a problem. I don't think the general group knows how long they both will be out. They're basically gonna be out for the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it wasn't clear.
I thought she was coming back in November.
If she does, she's popping in,
I
but
believe Diane coming back in November.
No, are they?
I think they're on a real vacation, like a life retirement vacation. Yeah, I don't wanna,
I'm staying out of it.
Yeah.
I didn't wanna.
Probably why.
Third then?
Well, and longer, but I just, I'm not.